Hello, we've got one of these MXS 10 CTEK chargers in, and it's not working. I took pity on the YouTuber, said it wasn't working, and so he sent it to me. So I thought it'd be interesting to have a look inside. So it's a reasonable case. It's the same old CTEK, like the older CTEKs that used to be screwed together rather than ultrasonically welded. So it's just pop the screws out, take it apart. And someone's already taken this one apart, because here's the gubbins, and you can see there's a little thermocouple in there. It's actually got a thermocouple sensing the air temperature. That little dot in the end of there is a thermocouple, and yeah, DC smoothing on the secondary side. 3 pots to set up, which is unusual. Try and get an accurate voltage, presumably. Some kind of calibration. I would have done the calibration in software myself, but that's me. Big output filter choke. Couple of positions here for high current FET packs, which haven't been populated. I guess they thought they didn't need them. Single rectifier diode here. So yeah, and just a standard power supply. But on this side is a bit different, because you can see there are 2 FETs in this, arranged in a half bridge, I think. Transformer's quite small for a 10 amp, but then it is a half bridge, so you can use a smaller transformer. The driver chips for this is down here. It doesn't seem to have very much in the power supply, so it's pretty crude, I think, and very small varistor there. Look, can you see that? The voltage dependent resistor. But the other filtering seems to be all there, and the bridge rectifier's over here. But I've plugged it in, and it's taking quite a high current, and there is 340 volts across the smoothing capacitor, so the power's getting in there, but this thing is just not firing up. And this is the management chip. And annoyingly, what they've done, on the back here, there's a TQFP pack, and they've scrubbed off the ident. No, they don't want you to know it's an Atmel AVR. I worked that out. But this, yeah, this is the chip. Let me just go into tele macro mode, and then we can have a closer look. Stand by, hold on to your seats. There you go. So there it is. There's the offending device. It's been scrubbed. I don't know if you can see that. Let's get that a bit brighter. See if I can get that a bit brighter. Hold on. That's better. Yeah, so you can see that now much better, actually. Much better. But here we've got the part of the logo. I can make up some of the numbers down here, but I think that's probably a batch number. The device ident usually the first one. And I've tried wetting it and looking at it under a ×10 binocular scope, and you can kind of see it. And if you vary the lighting, you can see more, but you just can't quite make out what the characters are. So I'm shouting out to you guys, if you've got one of these MXS 10 battery chargers, you perhaps might want to take the lid off and have a look, because quite often they forget to do it, and sometimes they do an absolutely dreadful job, and you can make out what the chip is. We need that number so we can repair this and keep it from going in the skip, presumably. It's U7, it's the power supply management chip, and you can see that little bit there. That's the logo, I think. That's not scratch, that's actually the last bit of print that hasn't been obliterated, and that looks to me like a circle that ends there, so it's an arc that goes over the top of the logo, and I think it's a Chinese manufacturer. I'm not sure. It's not one I recognise. I don't recognise that, so it's an odd manufacturer, unless I've missed something, which is obviously quite possible. But if you can help me out to what that chip is, we can get this fixed. So that was it, really. Just a shout out to you guys. Have a quick look inside one of these things and do the repair in much more detail. We can do a critique of the design and the manufacturing quality. It looks a bit patchy. There's a lot of residue on this board, which you can't really quite see because I've turned it. Can you see all this residue down here? That's all over. It depends if you get it in the light, so it's not very clean, but should work. Switch seems fine. Yeah, so shout out for that U7. Can you help me identify what this part might be? I'll stick a bigger photo of it on the video as well, so you can have a look at the end.